Well, last night, 3 people shot, at least 2 killed, all in just about a 2-hour period. Steve has more. Steve.
Mike, in the headlines we said 3 separate shootings. It may just be 2 because the man killed and a woman extremely critical at last check in 2 separate cars, found at 2 separate spots 2 miles apart, may have actually there's a strong likelihood, investigators say, that they were shot at the same place at the same time. Somebody shooting from the street at one of them, and the other car may have been passing at that time, and that's how that other person may have got shot. That's how bad things are in Philadelphia. And so the latest shooting that we went to was the man who was discovered second. This was around 2 a.m., and it comes in as a car crash on the 911 radio, and so only the fire department goes with an ambulance. And as they're going to this guy in this Jeep Wrangler, which you see here in the emergency room entrance at Temple, while they're going to attend to this guy who's unresponsive, shot in the chest, they realize that's a bullet wound. He's not just hurt in the crash. He had crashed into a parked car. Then a relative is the one who got behind the wheel and then drove it to where you see it now in the parking garage right off Ontario Street at Temple University Hospital's emergency room, now being guarded by police. So that had 1 bullet hole in it. And so that guy was driving probably on Front Street, police think, because here is the second video where a woman was found, and initially police thought she was shot dead, completely unresponsive. This is front in Montgomery. You can see right under SEPTA's Market Frankfurt line again, and you see a couple of bullet holes in her car, and she didn't make it too far from the actual shooting scene where they found 4 shells. And so that's where that Jeep Wrangler may have been hit, and he just drove as far as he could before he passed out. This woman was still alive, but barely, police said, at last check.
She was driving this Chrysler 200 northbound on Front Street, and she struck a parked unattended vehicle in the 1800 block. Now, not only did we find the vehicle involved in the auto accident with the female driver shot in the stomach, we found 2 bullet holes in the driver's side of the vehicle that she was driving. 1 full block south, the 1700 block of Front Street, we found 4 spent shell casings. So it appears that the shots were fired from the 1700 block of Front Street. 2 of them struck the vehicle. The female driver was able to drive a full block when she lost control and struck the parked unattended vehicle, causing her vehicle to spin 180 degrees and face southbound.
All right, so if that's not enough violence for you, the first story we're on is over here in West Philly, and this is 46 in Fairmount. All right, we don't have the video, I'm told. We'll get it for you in a half an hour. So this is a real melee in this house, Karen and Mike. We can go back to the 2-shot here as I toss back. There is all this furniture broken up in the house. There's a car bullet riddled outside, and in a group of about 15 people is a 54-year-old woman who lived about a half a mile away, shot in the neck and killed. And so that is what's going on in a scope of 3 hours here in Philadelphia. There's the scene there. That's the car where the passenger doors were open. One of the windows shot out. And nearby this car is a home where obviously there was a massive fight inside. The furniture is broken up, lamps, tables, you have it. And it must have went outside where somebody pulled out a gun and shot into the crowd. And this woman, as far as we know, the only one shot, 54. And so here we are in the last weekday of July, going into the last days of July this weekend, already the most violent month of 2022. And police are wondering how much worse is this weekend going to get, because it certainly has started awful. Guys?
Just awful. All right, coming up on 6:07.